What's going on, everyone? This is the Right Kazi here. We have returned the Pokemon Roulette series. This is where we run a roulette and it determines one of the Pokemon that are going to be on our team. Now, I am playing in the terms of a little bit of a handicap, as I would say, because I am also aiming for the highest rank of achievements with using Raichu, because as you all know, Raichu is my most favorite Pokemon. So because of that, Raichu is always going to be on my team. So therefore, it's either going to be Raichu, Mega Raichu Y, or Mega Raichu X. So that may already limit what type of Pokemon I'm going to be able to have on my team. In addition to that, I am running the roulette for a Mega Evolution Pokemon. So, for example, in this stream that we have recently done, it was Mega Scizor. However, if we were to run the roulette and it chose a Mega Evolution Pokemon that we've already done, then what we are going to do is run another roulette and choose a different Pokemon, not a Mega, but a different Pokemon that is going to be on the team. Therefore, we will be opening up a slot for our Mega Evolution, possibly if the Mega Raichu is just not going to cut it. So with that being said, we are technically playing with a little bit of a handicap because, I mean, honestly, Raichu can counter the Mega Raichus. It kind of really limits them. So it is really good to just have the base Raichu. And then the Mega Raichus, yeah, they're great, but that Mega Raichu Y is in fact very frail. So I've actually EV trained my Raichu Y in order for it to survive those sucker punches from those King Gambits. But at the same time, going even against Garchomp, if they're not holding a life orb, if I run the Intimidate, my Raichu is going to be able to survive that as well. But there's a lot of nuances and caveats that go into that. So you're going to have to catch those streams so you can actually see how that Raichu Y can play if it has the proper support system. But nonetheless, in this stream, the focus here is not necessarily Raichu. It is going to be the Mega Scizor. So that is where we had to kind of shift things around, even though we want to protect the Raichu, but at the same time, we are going to have to make sure that Scizor is doing some work. So before we go into this team, and if you like this type of content, be sure you leave a like, share, and subscribe, and turn on those notifications to see when the next videos are going live. Be sure to hit me up on those other platforms as well, because that is where you can catch these videos live. We go into even more depths on these teams, and then you can see what we do in terms of preparing and things of that sort. Hit me up on the Facebook page because I do like little quick videos here and there. You can see how some of my other teams are even playing out. We are even doing on my Instagram page, that's more of like fun stuff and even some pack openings and things of that sort. And of course on Twitch, where we are doing these things live. We're going for the full time. You can see everything we're doing. And then also sometimes we're playing other games. So it's definitely a great time. So make sure that you all are hitting me up on those platforms and hit those follow buttons. They're free and it helps me out a ton. That'll be greatly appreciated. So now let's go ahead and hop into this team. So this is also going to be team 1, and I'll go ahead and let you know I made 2 versions of this team, and it was going to be determined whether or not if we are going to have any struggles with this particular team. But then actually the stream went super well and we didn't even have to even worry about the team B. But I'll go ahead and kind of show you a little piece of that here in a little bit. But in terms of how this team will in fact function, we have the, of course, Mega Raichu Y. Like I said, Raichu is always going to be on the team. Now this Raichu, which you'll see in terms of the stat breakdown, it does not have like hardly any special attack investment. The reason for that is because our Rotom is going to be able to use that discharge if the Raichu is on the field, and before using our Mega Evolution we can run the fake out, get that discharge, get a +1 on our special attack. So in that case we don't even need to invest in our special attack at that particular point, and then Raichu can do massive damage onto opponents. Now with a Raichu using an alluring voice onto a Garchomp, this Pokemon is able to drastically reduce it, I think by like 90, and sometimes get to a one-shot, but most of the time it's going to be doing roughly about 90%, especially if I'm already at a +1. And if I, for example, have an Intimidate user next to the Raichu and the Garchomp is, for example, not Life Orb, and they do like a Stomping Tantrum or Earthquake, this Raichu will in fact survive. And like I said, King Gambit, the sucker punches onto this Raichu will not knock it out. So we got enough health, we got enough defense, and this is still timid, so we're going to be outspeeding everything, especially for those Staraptors that's coming out here. So we really want to worry about those if that was in fact the case. So that was part of the plan. And then of course, like I said, with our Rotom, it is there to help boost the Raichu and also potentially get some paralyses, and that can also disrupt my opponent even further. We also run the Will-O-Wisp on that mon as well because, of course, we want to destroy any of the physical attackers. Then we have our Garchomp. Garchomp is a staple to have on your team with a lot of these different monsters out there. I have run into some that was running the Dragon Claw, and that was very detrimental to our Garchomp, but nonetheless, it was still worked out in our favor. But our Garchomp is running the Swords Dance set, which really just disrupts our opponents. They're like, oh wait, you just powered up? They don't even know what to do at that particular point because we still have our Stomping Tantrum. If we go for a Rock Slide, if they want to protect on that, then we can go for the Stomping Tantrum on the next turn and just clean up from that point. So we are good to go there. We are also, of course, going to be running our Scizor, who is going to be the star of this episode because that is the focus of the roulette. And our Scizor is going to... I wish, honestly, that I was going to do the Swords Dance. I did not have the opportunity. Well, actually, I used Close Combat a couple times, and I think I did use the Bug Bite, but all of its moves are so good. Using that Bullet Punch for that priority, the Bug Bite is going to do massive damage on the grass types, especially with the Technician boost, and then the Close Combat is honestly just for good coverage, especially if you're going against those King Gambits, or if you're going against the Archelodons. But I did notice that the Scizor is not putting out enough damage, in my honest opinion, against those Archelodons. So I think a Swords Dance would really help it out. So in terms of that, running this with a rain team, so that will be with, for example, the Pelipper, that helps reduce fire damage, and that will say, let's say, for example, the Scizor will have an opportunity to run the Swords Dance. But now that's only if you have enough support with the team, so you can actually run that Swords Dance and not be afraid of, like, you know, getting one shot from some other attack. So in this terms, because we are playing with a bit of the handicap, I had to eliminate the option of going with that Swords Dance, but that is a way that you can make an adjustment to this team. We also have double weather. We are running the Alolan Ninetales, so we are running basically the rain as well as the snow. And I've learned that in terms of these formats here, that running dual weather is a way that you are capitalizing on against multiple of your opponents because they are wanting to choose one weather. And sometimes you can even, for example, if they want to set rain later in the game and you set the rain early, then they are on a timer to get their sweeper in for the rain. But then you can swap out your rain and then even bring in the snow. Or, for example, like my Pelipper likes to when it's going against like a Garchomp. And then if I want to swap in my Ninetales, my Pelipper is then able to do the Weather Ball onto the Garchomp and one-shot the Garchomp. So that's ways that we can actually, you know, get rid of it pretty early on without any worries and us altering the weather. And that also helps us when we're going against like sun teams. So we're constantly changing on the weather so they cannot capitalize on those boosts, especially if they're like chlorophyll abilities or things like that. So that's how this team will in fact break down. We do have great support using the Tailwind with our Pelipper. The Ninetales is going to be a bit more offensive. We put enough speed so we're always going to outspeed that of Garchomp because we never want to give that up. And then we have our Blizzard, the Freeze Dry for the water types, as well as the Moonblast for any dark types. And honestly, that's basically it. So it's not really too much that is needing to stress in terms of this team. They were definitely able to help one another in terms of their support, and the team worked very well together and was able to get a number of wins on that stream. So like I said, if you want to catch those streams live, make sure you're heading over to the twitch.tv/Raikazi11 Twitch page, and that way you can see when we are going to be going live, because I will have that posted on the homepage, the intro video, and it shows the current schedule for our upcoming streams. So make sure you are tuning in for that. And what we'll go ahead and do real quick is I'll show you the B team that I was making just in case if this team wasn't going to work. And this was going to be the B team, and honestly, as you can see, their item is slightly different as well as the Mon, and that is only on the Pelipper, because everything is basically the exact same except for the fact that the Pelipper is going to be holding the Damp Rock, because in this particular situation I said, okay, if the snow was not going to be working, if we're going against too much fire teams or something of that sort, we can't capitalize on that for some reason, then I'll say, well, what we need to do is just go heavy into the rain. And so instead of worrying about changing the weather multiple times, I said, okay, what we will do is we'll use a Swift Swim Basculegion with the Mystic Water, so we do a massive damage with that Wave Crash. We also have Psychic Fangs if I'm going against a lot of screens because Grimmsnarl's back. And also we have that Last Respects of obviously for that cleanup game. So if we are able to have the rain up towards the end of the match, and then our Basket Legion comes in later in the game, we don't even need to worry about a Choice Scarf. Our Last Respects to do massive damage, and then we're good to go. And if our opponent does not have any other way of setting weather in the late game, then we're pretty much a shoe-in for basically capitalizing on ultimate speed control towards that end of the game, since we'll have 8 turns of rain as opposed to only 5. So that's how this team was going to be the backup. And as you can see, everything else is basically staying the same. Everybody's still supporting each other. Rain's going to be helping our Rotom on his Hydro Pumps. It's going to be able to help us with taking out like ground types, while Raichu can run that fake out. Then we can potentially swap out if we need to. You know, just different things of how the team can function, just so it can provide support for one another depending on the situation. But we didn't even have to use the B team because Team A was cleaning up. So hope you all do in fact enjoy this video, and like I said, follow me on those other pages. I can't mention that enough. Make sure you follow me on those alternate pages. Definitely going to help us out a ton in terms of this channel growing. But now what we'll do is we'll go and check out a couple battles from that stream, and you'll see how the team has functioned. Okay, so they got 2 different megas, but you already know what it's going to be. Wait, no we don't. No, I don't. You ready? Yeah, I've been in Master Ball rank. Raichu to Master Ball. But we got 2 or 3 mons. It's all going to be resistant or protected from our Raichu, right? That completely eliminates this strategy. Like, completely eliminates it, right? But what I can do is I can still bring in Raichu just for some disruption. Bring in Scizor for the later game. Yeah, it's gonna have to be Garchomp. I do not like this. I don't like this at all. But here we go. Yeah, I don't like this. I guess I could have gone Pelipper, fake out. Yeah, no. It still would have caused problems, right? So they did lead with the Sylveon, which I think is kind of ballsy. Quite ballsy, actually. I'm gonna fake out Blizzard. Okay. Dang, that's very interesting. All right, now I think I feel safe to use the Mega on my Raichu, right? I almost feel safe enough to do it, but no. We'll swap. And we're going to go Freeze Dry on the Aerodactyl. Beautiful. Perfect. Now we can Mega Evolve, Bullet Punch here, and we can swap back into Raichu. So we'll have the Fake Out Pressure, and we still have the Bullet Punch capabilities, and our massive offense from the Raichu will be perfect. Yeah, it does get Mystical Fire, but I'm pretty sure I should be able to take it out, right? Surely? If I don't, I'm going to be kind of upset. Okay. I was like, pretty sure I do. And this is where having Intimidate on the team would be perfect, right? Well, that's interesting. That's very interesting. I have no idea who they're going to be going after. Well, they can't use electric attacks. So they have to go with a... They have to go with... Okay, so they're going with the fastest... Oh, maybe they're just going Focus Blast. Okay, that's fine. Because I use Fake Out as well. Bruh! What in the world? Thing survives. How you survive, man? Oh, God. Okay. Who can protect? How many more turns of Tailwind? This is their last turn of Tailwind. Perfect. We send in our Ninetales again. We can use it as fodder. We got to be very careful about this, because that could easily be Choice Scarf on their Basque. Okay. So they will have to choose, right, who they go after. Okay, so they go for the Rock Slide. Ooh, we survive. We survived. They went for the Focus Blast. Now, now they have to choose. I know the Wide Guard is going to be higher priority, so we're going to go Bullet Punch, plus we're going to go with the Freeze Dry. Specifically choosing this just because of the potential of the Wide Guard. Okay, we may lose our Mon. Yep, okay. We get our Freeze Dry. It's good. No freeze. But now we have Garchomp. Bascu Legion. What do we say? Yep, that's never gonna happen. Yeah, but now they can't. I wonder if they know about the Alluring Voice. Do you think they know about the Alluring Voice? I don't know if they know about the Alluring Voice. I don't know if they know about the Alluring Voice. We'll go with the Rock Slide, because Raichu's Wise defense is like trash. So they're not going for it. They're going Last Respects. And they're not Scarfed. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, but because of this... Rock Slide. Oh, this is interesting, right? Okay, we're gonna swap. We're gonna risk it. No, I don't want to risk it. I really don't want to risk it because it does not seem as though they're going to be faster than my Raichu. Oh, but my Raichu is low accuracy, right? So it's good fodder. It's good fodder at this point. Because this is not my Raichu. If this was my Raichu X, then I would have kept the Raichu. Ooh. 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 Don't miss. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Oh no. Now. I literally cannot miss a move. I cannot miss a move. Okay. Stomping Tantrum. Oh boy, here we go. Zap Cannon. We're going with the Zap Cannon. Let's go. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, their Life Orb? Oh, that means we win. Oh, and we catch it, baby. And we catch it. No Mega Evolution, no guard ability. We catch that Zap Cannon. That is my Raichu, baby. That is my Raichu. Let's go. Celeste, awesome trainer. Awesome trainer. You had all them, all those mons, all those electric absorption mons. Okay, so a few things they just don't know. Okay, we can easily just like focus blast this thing, right? We can Mega Raichu, focus blast, just go for it, right? Just go for the kill. Make them really, really worried for their Sableye sake. But I don't want to get burned. That's fine. I'm thinking it's fine, but it's like not fine. I think if we go with the Garchomp. Yeah, go with the Garchomp. Let's go. Sableye Basket Legion. That's a strange setup. Very strange setup. What are they doing? What are y'all doing? Flip turn Rain Dance. We're gonna go Alluring Voice, right? And we're also gonna go Bullet Punch. So some Rain Dance. Oh no. Oh no, they still want flip turn. Which I'm okay with all of this. As long as I can get the weather control. We're set. Okay, they went the Archelodon. Bruh, they survived. Well, that sucks. But, see, Raichu here can literally just stay here if I wanted to. And, because they cannot use... I mean, I'm willing to just try to go for the paralysis. Just for the heck of it, right? Mega Evolve, Bullet Punch... Boost our stats so we're not just going immediately down to anything, right? Scizor. Chainsaw Man. That's what this Pokemon should be called. We missed, which is fine. You know, this is what I expected, right? That's all right. So now this frees up their opportunity to go for their moves, right? But we're gonna switch into the Garchomp. But we're really gonna just mess with them, right? Okay, there's the Basket Legion. Right? Now, we swap. Because they have the Swift Swim, they will move first if they want to go with their Pelipper, right? If in terms of the swap out. So we swap out, we go for the close combat onto the Arch. They're Choice Scarfed. They are Choice Scarfed. Guys, they're Choice Scarfed. They are Choice Scarfed. Sinistra. Please tell me they went for the oh no, they went the Electroshock. And because of that close combat, we may go down. Oh wait, no, we won't. Because they're stuck. That's right. They are stuck. What am I talking about? Blizzard! And we will now also protect. Wage powder? Go for it, buddy. Beautiful. Surely they went into Scizor, right? Perfect. Perfect. Now, I'm thinking that they might swap. I feel like they might swap, but at the same time, I don't think that it's safe for me to gamble on that. This is where a knockoff on the Scizor would actually come in handy. I think if we stick with the Blizzard, yeah, because that Last Respects is going to be very detrimental for us. I'll swap out. I think they're going to swap. I think they'll swap and go for a Protect. Perfect! Look at that. You know, honestly, I'm not 100% sure. It's been, I don't know, 15 plus years or something? I don't know. So they may not take us out, right? So we go with the... hold on. They may go for the flip turn again. So I'm just going to go ahead and go with the Swords Dance. Now they're slower. What in the world is going on with this Mon speed? Wait, they're speed tying. No, now they're slower. What in the world is going on? They were faster before. Now they're not. You all are seeing this, right? No. Because even when they did the Swift Swim, I already had the snow. Ah, okay. Now they just forfeited. Okay, because now they saw that Swords Dance come up. They're like, oh wait, no, we can't handle that. I could have sworn they still moved first, even though Maybe I just got mixed up. That's probably what it is. Now, for this, we got to watch the weather. That Raichu is going to be an issue. We'll go with the Blizzard, right? Yeah. Go with the Blizzard. We will hit the Garchomp. Then last but not least, I'm thinking we go with... Well, we'll go with our Scizor. Now, because our Scizor can, in fact... Oh, but we don't have our Rain. Oh, we did not bring the Pelipper. Because we do have the Rain... I mean, our Scizor can take out both the Incineroar as well as their Kingambit with a close combat. Alright, so we already know who they're going for, right? In terms of their Mega Evolution. So we're going to immediately go with a Fake Out onto the Whimsicott. And we're going to go Blizzard. Okay. Okay, so they double protect. I wonder if they thought I was going to go with the Aurora Veil or something. But I'm not. We're just going to keep it up. And we're just going to stick with... I don't know, we'll go with Alluring Voice. I know they may Encore us, but the whole point is to disrupt their Raichu, right? Because they cannot use their Zap Cannon. Okay. Are you going with Focus Blast? Straight up going for it, right? Okay. I might go. Oh, okay. The fact that we are limiting them of what they can do, this is what makes it perfect, right? Can we get a freeze? No freeze. Ooh, okay, we really need to save our Ninetales, right? We really got to save Ninetales. We really got to find a way to save Ninetales. We're going to try the Alluring Voice. We're going to protect. I know this Raichu more than likely has Encore. Raichu's going to go down. Yep, okay. Lost some of his HP, okay. I want them to go for the electric attack, really. Actually, we can one-shot this guy. Like, what am I doing? Like, I'm like, what am I doing? Mega Evolve, Bullet Punch, done. Like, what is going on here? What am I thinking? How many more turns? 2 more turns. So we swap, bring in our Garchomp. Because with our Technician boost plus stab, and that low defense, we should be good to go to take out this Raichu at that level of health. I don't know what I'm hesitating for, right? Oh my gosh, they survived! I cannot believe they just survived that. they survived. I cannot believe they survived that. Okay. Bullet punch here. Oh, this is so bad. I'm a Swords Dance. I got a Swords Dance. Bruh. They do have it. Okay. You have the Dragon Claw! They got the Dragon Claw! Well, that's that. So now they basically got us, right? So we Bullet Punch, we go Blizzard. I don't know their last mon, but I highly doubt that I can outspeed them. Sylveon. Hold on. We're still in this. We are still in this. As long as we are not fully paralyzed. Let's go! Oh my gosh, we just brought this back. We brought this back. Their survival, they have caught on to how to make this Raichu Y become more durable, and they were able to capitalize on it. I'm shocked that they picked up on it, but of course, I'm not the only Raichu player out there, but yeah. So they caught up on that. We're able to survive with 1% health from my Bullet Punch, even though it's Technician boosted, and on my Scizor. So with that survival, got me paralyzed, but luckily we never hit that full paralysis. We were able to take them out. We are good to go. We have just won another match using the Scizor as well as our Raichu on this team. I am so stoked by that. We got ourselves a 4-win streak. I can't complain. I can't complain. Electros. Okay, so we're going to be running multiple electric mons on the next roulette stream. So this is going to be pretty fun. And also one thing that's really good about like Pokemon Champions, honestly, is I can build these teams actually a lot faster to get ready for these streams. So this does make it a little bit more enticing to do. So I do like that at this moment in time. So shout out to Pokemon Champions for that. I still think that there's a few more kinks to work out to just try to how we organizing our boxes and stuff like that, because it's a little bit annoying, but nonetheless we'll still just take it as it is from there. If you like this type of content, you've seen this after the fact on YouTube, make sure you leave a like, share, and subscribe, and turn on the notifications so you see when the next video is going live. Also make sure you are following me on Twitch at Raikazi11, therefore you'll see when those videos or streams are coming out, because the schedule is coming out probably in the next day roughly, and today is actually June 26th, so at the time of this live stream. So by then, by the time you all see this video, this stream would have, the schedule will already be posted. So make sure you are in fact keeping an eye out for that and following me on twitch.tv/Raikazi11, and also on the YouTube pages, Facebook, Instagram. Be sure that you're following me there. And also, if you're looking for workout tutorials and things of that sort, make sure you follow me on the Raikazi Lifts YouTube page. We're going to be putting out even more content, just talking about how to maintaining a healthy lifestyle, working out, things of that sort. Even though you are a gamer, doesn't necessarily mean that you got to be out of shape. So with that being said, at this moment in time, this is going to be the Raikazi signing off. You all know what to do. You stay strong and you power on. Let me catch y'all later.